an honor to be here again, and my career has been sort of circumscribed by having done sort of surgical research in traditional labs, and then moving into this different model in the mid-90s where we worked with industry to develop new therapies. And I think your meeting's been transformed by it, and all of vascular therapy has been transformed, but it's still a bit of an uncomfortable model for many surgeons. I personally feel it's important that we be assertive and interact in a positive way with industry, but you have a different perspective. So
no, I have exactly the same perspective. I think it's absolutely critical that we interact with industry, and it used to be that it wasn't quite that important when we were doing mostly open surgery, because it was instruments and grafts and not much else, sutures maybe. But now with the endovascular therapies developing at a meteoric pace, I think it's absolutely essential that we work closely with industry, and the whole initiative to separate doctors from industry is catastrophic.
Right.
It's absurd, and it's being furthered by government, by many of the universities like Stanford and Harvard, and by some of the states. It's got to be reversed, because it's a very natural relationship that what we do can be augmented and geometrically enhanced by the skills, the money, the engineering expertise of industry.
Well, it certainly brought a lot more resources into vascular care than we could have ever imagined. And we talked about this in the session that you organized earlier today. But I think that, traditionally we as surgeons sort of like to keep to ourselves, and we are traditional. But if we use, say, the other big things that America's done, say the space program, you have to collaborate with
everything. It's human nature.
You don't need an astronaut. You need about 100,000 people behind him. And
Absolutely.
I think that if we lean in on this and control things, or make our presence known and influence it rather than cloister ourselves, that's in the interest of our patients.
Absolutely.
Ultimately.
It's totally not only in the interest of patients, it's the interest of all society. And unfortunately, as I mentioned, some of the universities and some of the societies have bought into this, relationships with industry.
That it's a bad thing.
That's a dirty business. It's not a dirty business.
No.
It's career enhancing, it's patient care enhancing, and of course, it's good for our economy and everything else. So I think it's a no-brainer. And this meeting wouldn't be if it weren't for relationships with industry.
Well, I think this is the greatest vascular meeting in the world. And actually, I think I've told you this, but my father was a surgeon. I used to come to your meeting as a teenager in the 70s, and it was a very different sort of gathering.
Totally different.
Then, the international nature of it, and the participation of a lot of non-surgeons, but who are also very talented in what they do, be it clinical trial design, regulatory matters, engineers, business executives. We have a lot to learn from them too.
Well, we had a pre-meeting conference with industry, and they were complaining that at other meetings they're not even allowed into the scientific sessions, which is absolutely absurd.
Right.
Because they're partners. They're partners in putting on a meeting, they're partners in innovating, they're partners in developing some of the ideas we have, and they're equal partners. Or maybe even superior partners in many ways.
It's not only okay, it's absolutely essential, as you say, that they be allowed to participate.
Right.
We can't transmit our values to them if we won't interact with them.
That's exactly right. Now, there have been some minor abuses by some individuals, and major abuses by a few, but that doesn't mean that you should kill the whole effort. It's throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and that's just wrong. It's wrong for society, it's wrong for us, and it's wrong for our patients.
Absolutely. Yeah.